Hello, my friends on YouTube. Today is a holiday here in America. It's the 4th of July, so I decided to make a video because something has happened. I may make another video because two things are happening. Actually, I believe one lady, she asked me to make a video to show the similarity between the Ten Commandments and what Muhammad stole in his Quran, and I was working on that. I'm sorry, but these things came and I need to speak about them before it's too late. The video of today, I called it the similarity between the two Muhammads, plural, Muhammads. Muhammad, the founder of Islam, and Muhammad, the crown prince or the clown prince of Saudi Arabia. There is similarity, and especially these days. Two in one. And I made a video before that and I called it the second coming, referring to Mohammed bin Salman, that he is the second coming of Muhammad. You can check this video out, the second coming of Muhammad. Anyway, why I made this video, let's start with Quranic verses. In the Quran, chapter 4, verse 3. Supposed to be God telling the people. When you read the translation, I'm going to put the description in the box in Arabic, number 1, number 2. If you want to get the translation, if you take the word and get the translation for this word yourself, to see for yourself what it means. When the Muslim translate Quran, they use actually the word husband or marriage, because it says, O you who believe. Of course, in Islam, doesn't say marry. It actually says the F word, plain. The F word. And that's why I'm putting the two words, the word for husband and the F word in Arabic. And you can copy and paste and go to Google and have it translate from Arabic to any language you want, and it will come. The one, number 1, I believe it, I'm going to put number 1, it says husband. Number 2, it is for the F word. However, in the Islamic translation of Quran, they use marriage. They don't use the F word because it's embarrassing. Okay? God is telling the believers that they can marry one woman, 2, 3, up to 4. Not marriage, actually the F word, but with a contract. Could be limited in time or open contract, but it's an F contract. Okay? Some people will say, oh no, this is marriage, but it's the language, blah blah blah. No, I put another word for husband, and it will be number 2, and it is actually in Quran chapter 4 verse 3. No, I'm sorry, that was the first one. Chapter 58 verse 1. Quran chapter 58 verse 1. This one is using the word husband in relationship to a wife. It's not using the F word. So Quran is very vulgar, actually. Those who say that it's poetic, it is very vulgar. Anyway, but because most people don't speak this language, so they don't know, I put the words to the original root word, and you can translate it yourself and see. Copy and paste, and say to Google, translate to whatever language you want, from Arabic to whatever language, and see what it means. Okay, now, why am I talking about this? Because there's a lot of similarity between Mohammed bin Salman. Something happened, and it shows me clearly that they are doing the same thing, the two of them. At the time of Muhammad, 1400 years ago, I spoke about that before, that when he migrated, left his hometown Mecca and went to the other town called Medina, he called on the outcast, the outlaw, the people, the thieves, the murderer, all those who were living as an outcast, to become his army. And they started looting and gathering money from the merchants as they murder them and take their money. And as they started to invade towns, town after town, and loot, take the women and sell the boys, they started to become wealthy and strong, and many joined them to make business. So Muhammad was very smart. It's not because he did a lot of atrocity that he, for example, Hitler was not stupid. In terms of intellect, he was very smart. It's the same with Muhammad. I think he was smarter than Hitler in terms of intelligence. He was illiterate, yes, but that's a different issue. Okay, he was smart. So he knew what is in the heads of these guys who joined him. They want women, sex, money, alcohol. Drugs was not invented back then, but if there were dogs, yes, why not? Whatever. So Muhammad was very smart, and he provided them with this. Therefore, okay, you can have contract for 4 wives, not wives actually, women. Not wives, women. Have them with contract. But the women that you take as war captives, after you kill their husbands, these are yours. And if you have 100, 200, 700, 900, 2,000, the sky is the limit. You can have all these women that you capture after you kill their husbands in jihad. These are your women. You do whatever you want with them. Have sex with them day and night. That they are yours. So Muhammad is giving this idea to his army, that on earth you will have endless sex as long as you come out and fight with me, get the wealth, take portion, take the women that you killed their husbands, and you are fine. Now, in case if you get killed, you have to welcome that too, because when you are killed, then you go to heaven, and 72 virgins are waiting for you, and you will last with each virgin, when you have sexual intercourse with her, 70 years. Once you are done with the 70 years, the second virgin will come asking you, what about me? What about me? Don't you want to do something here? So he provided them with sex, all that they want. It's an open buffet. all that you can eat, here and after death. What does that have to do with today's Mohammed bin Salman? I read on BBC Arabic a small article that the people, especially the religious authority in Saudi Arabia, are not happy with him because he has invited a singer to sing. So I thought, what's the big deal? What's the big fuss? So I decided to Google the name of the singer. I wrote the name of the singer because I never heard of that singer, and I wouldn't call that person a singer. And I wouldn't want mention the name because I don't give that person publicity, but I have to. Is a woman, her name is Nicki Minaj, and I really never heard of her before, and I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly. And that woman is practically, she's not really a singer. She is, I don't know what you call it, or what you call her really. She's just showing her naked body, and she's shaking her behind, and she's using extremely vulgar words. It's not really singing, it is or art or anything to do with that. I mean, I wish she was a singer, but it's practically pornography what she's offering. And this is disturbing. But if you see here, there is similar approach. He knows the root of Islam was based on keep them busy with sex. As long as they are busy to try this woman and to get this 9 years old to see how she is in bed, and always their head is filled up with sex and sexual desire, they will not contradict Muhammad in any way. And Mohammed bin Salman today, the clown prince, is using the same approach. He knows the roots of Arabia and how people been thinking for 1400 years, and therefore he is using the very same approach Muhammad, the founder of Islam, used, sending them naked women to sing and to shake her behind and to shake her breast and to show them her naked body. I mean, very little clothing she has on, and whatever she has on is totally how do you say, like glued to her skin, like she leaves nothing to the imagination. Of all the singers, you couldn't find another singer, a person who sings. Nobody else sings other than this thing. I'll call it thing because this is really, I'm very sorry that I don't mean to belittle her, but this is not art. This is not singing. This is just vulgar. Vulgar. But Muhammad, the crown prince, is using the same approach to keep the people busy. Why busy? Because he committed a crime. He killed the journalist Khashoggi, and people are not happy with him. And therefore, if he gets them busy talking or doing something else, because Muhammad, the founder of Islam, also was aware of this, that if people start to think, then they will turn against him. So he told them, he received a revelation, and that is in chapter 5 in Quran, chapter 5, verse 101. And it says clearly, it commands the believer not to think and not to ask questions, accept things as they are, and that's it. Don't question anything. The only question you can ask is how to do the washing, how to look for the direction of Mecca, how to, the technicality. But to ask about faith, you will become an unbeliever, and you will go to hell. So better not to think. So unfortunately, most devout Muslims, they follow blindly. They do not think. They do not question. And with the promise that they will have women, 72 virgin later on. The same thing with Mohammed bin Salman today. And this, it might look like he is hypnotizing the population to get them to stay quiet, watch that naked woman dancing on TV or whatever. And then what when they wake up from that coma or hypnosis or whatever you call it? That will bring disaster on the country and on the region, because it will cause a split between those who cannot control their sexuality, cannot control themselves, and those who cannot control themselves, but at least they try to look like holy by wearing all this white stuff and the white turban and the white garment to look holy, but they are in the same boat, but they do not want to be exposed. All that will come tumbling down over your head, Mr. Bin Salman. The end is near. Get ready. Thank you very much. We hope to hear from you.